Because it's not just Hindus and Sikhs that are at the receiving end or that are getting a raw deal as far as the Pakistan administration goes. Ahmadiyya Muslim community as well faces persecution there. Punjab police has now issued a notice to local police stations to stop the Ahmadiyya community from doing Qurbani. It is offensive to other Muslims, is what the defense of the police force is there. This is to one section of the Muslim community, someone that the Pakistani state has never recognized. Second-class citizens is what the treatment is to them, is what many people from within that community have often spoken of. There has been the allegation against the Pakistani administration, irrespective of which party or who has been in power. It looks like minorities in the country only end up getting the raw deal. Major General A.K. Siwach, defense expert, joining us on this broadcast. Strategic and political analyst from Pakistan, Qamar Cheema, also joining us on this broadcast. Qamar Cheema, I'd like to begin by asking you, for a country that often preaches to India about how we should look at minorities in our country, don't you think you should look within first?
Well, it is not just Pakistan, even President Obama, the entire White House preaching you to respect your minorities. So we didn't ask former President Obama to give a lecture to India on minorities. So Rajnath Singh just replied him yesterday.
I'm not asking you about what Mr. Obama said, Qamar Cheema. I asked you about what Pakistan has been saying.
No, I'm not saying it's not just Pakistan. We have other voices who joined Pakistan.
Sure.
So you should also listen to those
voices. There are
voices
also other voices that talk to you about the persecution of minorities in your country. Why don't you listen to those voices first?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. The question is that as the international communities and the White House is talking about the way the journalists are being treated, minorities are being treated, India started speaking about Pakistan. So what is it that you have started speaking about Pakistan when White House and international community is talking about India? So you are just trying to give it to other color. You are trying to portray as if, oh, look, the situation in India is fine. It is Pakistan. But let me tell you, as India's stature is rising, as the world wants to see India as a responsible state. So behave like a responsible state where your people and everything is going fine. In Pakistan, yes, we have issues. All those people, if minorities are not being treated well, they should be treated well. Those who are persecuting, or if they are killing some minorities, they should be brought to justice. But the bigger question is India going to answer to President Obama?
And that's India's business, sir. That's India's business.
That's a bigger question.
Sure, that's India's business. But we're asking about what's happening in Pakistan, not because we're fabricating what's happening there. There are 4 attacks in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Forcible conversion happens there. Those reports are coming out. In India or anyone from India is not fabricating those news informations or news articles, are we?
Well, when it comes to Pakistan, this is Pakistan's job to protect every citizen. But the question is that even the Muslims in India are being asked that you cannot slaughter the animals on this Eid, otherwise you will see a bad day. So the question is that in Pakistan, the Sikhs, the Hindus, the Christians, everybody is treated by law, and if some miscreants,
they're not. That's the problem, Qamar Cheema. Major General Siwach, that's the problem. It is the duty of the Pakistani state to protect every single citizen. But there seems to be no law that protects every single citizen or sees them as equal citizens at all to begin with. There seems to be no political will at all.
Absolutely correct. See, when Pakistan got independent in 1947, there were 18% minority, which was Hindu, Muslim, and Hindu, Sikhs, and Parsis and Jain. As on today, they have shrunk to 2%. Where are these minority gone? Either they have been killed, or they have run away, or they have been converted. The track record of Pakistan is very poor. And as far as Ahmadiyyas are concerned, these were the people who were on the forefront. They wanted a separate homeland for Muslims. See what happened when they came to Pakistan. First, they were now declared as non-Muslim. They cannot even follow the rituals of the Muslims because otherwise it is considered as a punishment. So the point is, as far as Pakistan is concerned, every day you are finding Hindus and Sikhs girls are being forced to convert. They are raped, and majority of the people who are Hindus and Sikhs are running away from Pakistan. It is the duty of Pakistan government to take action against them. Imagine in Nankana Sahib, not long time back, the Granth's daughter was also being raped and then converted to Muslim. So my point is, as far as Pakistan is concerned, the track record is very poor. And remember today in the State Department, they have told that Pakistan to also close all the training camps and also the launch pad of Lashkar-e-Toba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. It is the terrorism, it is the ISI which is taking care of that. As far as minorities are concerned, there is no place for them in Pakistan. They are being now butchered, they are converted, and they have no choice but to run away. In case they want to survive, they have to convert. This is the really the ground truth as far as Pakistan is concerned.
And Major General Siwach, there is no political will. Well, we know that. We've seen the kind of track record, the history that we've seen in Pakistan. But what stops the international community from taking this up? We've heard, like Qamar Cheema was also pointing out, we've heard India being preached as well. So why not action being taken by these human rights commission that preach every other country? Pakistan seems to be lying low on the radar as far as the international community goes as well. And that's the most unfortunate bit, isn't it?
Maybe, but now the time has come. See, every country has its strategic interest. Because the USA wanted some strategic interest, since the Pakistan always made use of their geographical location very close to Afghanistan, and they were operating there. So by and large, no comment was passed even by the US the State Department. But this is no more there. Now, as far as America is concerned, they have come out from Afghanistan. They are moving from West Asia to Indo-Pacific. Today, there will be a tremendous pressure by the US on Pakistan on their human rights track record, and also that they are supporting the terrorism. Remember that today on the State Department closed all the training camps of Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, and also declared them that these are all unlawful activity. But unfortunately, so far Pakistan not doing. But remember, Pakistan is a victim of their own medicine. They created this terrorism. In 2013, when Hillary Clinton came to Pakistan, she said that if you have snakes in your courtyard and you think that it will only bite your neighbor, one day they will bite you. Today, the time has come when Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, which was created by Pakistan, is biting them. So today, when Pakistan say they are victim of terrorism, who created them in first place? So Pakistan is a hub center of international terrorism. It is not Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, or Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. It is Al-Qaeda, Islamic State Khorasan, which is growing and becoming stronger day by day. They differentiate between good and bad terrorists. They call those terrorists who are operating against India, like Al-Qaeda and Jaish-e-Mohammed, as a good terrorist, because they are strategic assets for Pakistan. But those who are operating against them, like Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, they are bad terrorists. Until and unless they stop differentiating between good and bad terrorists, they cannot fight against terrorism. That is a ground reality.
Sure.
But time has come.
And we've seen the kind of instability that Pakistan has seen as far as the economy goes, as far as the political situation goes. Elections are long overdue in that country. We don't know when that's going to happen, Qamar Cheema. Can we expect things to get any better for the minorities in the country?
Well, let me tell you, since General has retired since long, his knowledge is outdated. But as far as the situation in Pakistan is concerned, let me tell you, it's a perfect situation. The general elections will be conducted in October. For that, the assemblies are going to complete the tenure in August, so nothing to worry. The only thing which is worried for India is that, okay, White House and everybody in Washington is talking about the minorities and the human rights in India. Let's talk about the human rights in Pakistan. Why world is not talking? Listen.
We spoke about it, sir. You may not have been following television or television debates in India here, Qamar Cheema. We spoke about that as well yesterday. Today, we're talking about Pakistan because those instances are coming to the fore from Pakistan.
Listen, my friends in India, it is your Prime Minister who was in Washington, D.C. in White House. So it is the Washington community in Washington.
And it's between our Prime Minister and Washington. And it's between our Prime Minister and our country and United States and President Obama, perhaps. But why not talk about Pakistan, considering every Prime Minister there, one after another, has often spoken about the cause of Kashmir and the alleged ill treatment of minorities in India, when the similar situation, or even worse, keeps happening. Those things keep happening there in Pakistan, but not a word on that.
I can understand this is an embarrassing situation for the Indian government.
It's not at all, sir.
Whose Prime Minister
it's not at
just
all.
left from Washington, D.C. and the White House says that
Pakistan would like to believe this is embarrassment for us. It's not at all.
Just left Washington and the White House is lecturing you to respect your media, do not harass the Wall Street Journal reporter. So it is the entire box in India. The BJP trolls, the IT cell is trying to target a woman journalist. This is basically utterly
I'm sorry, sir, you're making baseless allegations for which you have no proof. For a